Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name is Blake Cousins and we're doing a breaking news event. Toby from his office was looking at the ISS space station and he suddenly saw something come into frame on this live feed, and he shared it to us right here at Third Phase, and I'm sharing it with you right now, the people around the world. Take a look at this. We're speeding this thing up. The video lasted for 9 minutes. We're cutting it down to a minute, sped up about 900%, and we're bringing in some brightness contrast so we get a good look at what's going on with this craft. And I wanted to bring along Dr. J. Andy Elias. I just shared this video with him, and I wanted to get his thoughts of his first opinion when I shared this video of what you think this is tracking the ISS.
You know, first when I was looking at it, I didn't know what exactly I was at. It was space dust particles, but then as the video progressed and you actually see things starting to move, in the very beginning you see these orange dots around it, and one in particular is above it, almost as if it's going to it. And at the end of it, the entire thing kind of shrinks up a little bit, so it's almost as if it's a giant, it could be a mothership for all we know, with these little orange balls being the small Earth excursion ships that Stan Friedman talks about that are always, visiting Earth.
Well, could you tell us, Dr. J, what did Stan T. Friedman say about some of these different kinds of ships visiting Earth and some of the other sizes that are out there?
Well, a lot of people keep talking about these motherships, and they're saying, well, if they're going to come traverse these, tens of scores of light years or hundreds of light years to see another planet, wouldn't they bring a lot more with them? And the answer is yes. What you're seeing when you see a 20-foot diameter disk is you're not seeing the ship that actually came from another world. You're actually seeing a little scout ship. More than likely what you're saying is a mothership, or a ship that's carrying all those smaller excursion vehicles, is probably parked somewhere in our solar system orbit, maybe by the moon, maybe by the sun where it's getting some of its energy, maybe by the outer planets. We don't know where, but the point being is wherever that giant ship goes and releases the other small ones to do the activity is what we're seeing. So every time people see something in the skies of Earth, that's what they're seeing, let alone being a mile wide or 5-10 mile wide ship.
Absolutely. Whatever's stalking the space station here, we're not exactly sure what it is, and if you think you have an idea, leave your comments below and share your ideas of what's happening in this incredible video shot from the ISS. And people, the UFO hunters out there like Toby Lynn that noticed this anomaly, sharing it with us at Third Phase Moon. That's what we want to see, and the best way to do that is either Twitter, Facebook, Skype, subscribe on YouTube, Third Phase Moons. And we're going over two incredible images, one from Google Earth and another from NASA. Let's get to this one from Xinjiang, China, of what appears to be two major jetliners escorting a UFO. What is this massive plasmic orb leaving chemtrails over China? Do UFOs leave chemtrails? Is this some kind of new secret project?
How are we doing? Seeing you again, Reynolds. Reynolds, hey. Good to see you again. See you. All right, Linda. Yeah, how you doing?
All right, so we wanted to go over some incredible photographs that Brent and I took, and it was during an event in Waipio Valley.
Yes.
And I remember very well.
What happened was quite magical, and we wanted to go over it right here at Third Phase of Moon and discuss what was captured that night, and also the vortex in the valley and this natural pyramid shape down there. Brent, tell us and lead the story on how this went down. Well, it started out with what was going down was something big. You guys did something amazing right here at Third Phase Moon and for everybody there. So we also drove down in the Jeep down to the middle of the valley where you said the pyramid was down there, and the clouds opened up and we're able to capture it. Tell us about this. It's massive.
It's the middle of the valley, and the pyramid is used primarily for the entry and exit of those ships that needs to come into the Earth. And so what you seen there was a portal, and it is what it is, and it's used for bringing those ships that are necessary to help the Earth and those that will be monitoring the types of work that we do here as humans.
Oftentimes you'll see a blue beam either come down from the sky into the pyramid, or beam up from the pyramid up into the sky.
You know, speaking of the color purple, this is when it got really amazing, Reynolds, and Brent was there. He's the one that captured the first image.
That's right.
You told the camera crew and us that we wouldn't see it with the naked eye, but our sensitive camera equipment would. And then Brent, you captured this. What got you started taking the pictures?
Well, Reynolds and Linda said that the Palladian's purple ship would be showing itself within 7 minutes. So I just started taking random shots in the sky, and you know what? That's when the thing started to hit right there. I started going over my photos, and right there, right in plain day, we saw a UFO happen right in front of our eyes. And then I started showing it off to the camera crew and everybody else. Wasn't it ecstatic?
It was
It is
ecstatic.
amazing.
Well, they got very excited because what happened is that they saw evidence of what we were talking
With
about.
their own eyes.
And because of this, we illustrated, and this was for the world to see, that our star family exists. And they had to show themselves in a way that people would believe. And definitely all the crew saw it, everyone else saw it, and you folks had an opportunity to take a photograph of it. And
they
there
were-
it was, not small, but large,
And they
and
were
to the
shocked.
picture. Yes, they were very shocked at what they saw.
It was just fabulous, you know.
And
I could
definitely,
feel them. I knew they were there, and
there were more to it.
yeah,
There were
that's
other
great.
ships all together with them. Along with the purple ships, there were the blue and white ships.
The Syrian.
Things really got more exciting later on in the evening. I passed the camera to Blake, and he caught something himself. Tell us about it.
They're watching me pretty carefully when I started to take pictures, and then I started to review them. They're right on top of me when I noticed what looks to be an angel. Tell me about this, Reynolds. What is this? They were shocked when they saw this.
Well, the angel, it was proof to you that this is not only a ship, but there is also a living, holy being that needs to be shown. Two things were shown, a ship and a holy being. You were given this opportunity because you were blessed. And it's because you're blessed to give this to the public and the world. They had to show this for the first time ever in Waipio Valley. And now you folks have an opportunity to get it out and show more of it. This is an angel, a very blessed angel. And that angel has waited thousands and thousands of years to be shown so that people can see it once more again. What a blessing this is.
Reynolds, Linda, let's we did, maybe do this again. Come on.
Okay, all right, that's right.
Aliens visiting Earth date back to historic written records. In this episode of Third Phase of Moon, we will be looking at some of these records. Italian cave paintings created some 10,000 years before the birth of Christ, depicting alien creatures in suits. And this image in 4000 BC in Kiev. An alien in an armored suit, reminiscent of what you see in NASA today. This historic image from West Africa, notice what looks like a helmet. Now let's look at religious-inspired art that depicts the presence of UFOs. John the Baptist and Jesus with the large UFO overhead. This 15th century painting of the Madonna. Above Mary's right shoulder, a man and his dog observe an alien craft. Now look at this tapestry dating back to 1538 in the Bruges, depicting multiple UFOs in the skyline. Minted in 1680, this French coin clearly depicts a hovering disc-shaped craft. Now let's jump to the winter of 1803 in Japan, as fishermen find an unusual vessel on the beach. The fishermen described the craft as being constructed of highly exotic metal material. With retractable translucent windows where they observed a beautiful alien woman. The details of this alien craft are still seen today. From Sweden, throughout the UK, and reported just yesterday in Toronto. Incredible historical evidence that we're not alone. Thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. As John the Baptist gestures in this portrait by Da Vinci, keep your eyes on the skies. To the UFO phenomenon. And if you want to see some incredible stuff, I suggest you join us on Twitter and Facebook. The links are below, and join us because we're getting information from around the world. And my brother's along with me, and we're going over incredible anomalies captured by NASA, the Curiosity. First photograph captured, we got a lot of UFO police out there, and they wanted to share these anomalies captured in space right over Earth. Brent, what do you make of these from the International Space Station?
When we get these links from the UFO police, as you said, Blake, from around the world, what's interesting, they send us a direct link from NASA, which we like best, that we could pull it up from the NASA archives and take a look at what's actually being distributed by NASA. And what we're looking at here is strange. We're looking at these lights in the sky, these two bright red orbs. And as we zoom in closer, we notice that there's actually maybe structure to it. So, Blake, we should brightness contrast. If this thing actually has more of a structure than maybe possible just orbs, it could be a spacecraft in space.
Well, it's interesting that, yeah, and everybody look at the description below for the original links from NASA. This is the real deal. These lights, and then when we're blowing them up and putting some brightness contrast in it, you notice that there's another set of lights that was invisible at the point, but with the enhancements, we're looking at something that, well, really we can't explain, and that's what we at Third Phase of Moon like to share. Again, everybody join us on Facebook and Twitter, and our Friday radio show every week. We have an incredible show Fridays. Everybody join us. It's 9 p.m. LA time, 12 a.m. New York time, Third Phase of Moon Radio. You can share your UFO sightings, your alien abduction stories. Never know what's going to happen on Third Phase of Moon Radio. So remember, tonight, join us, 6 p.m. Hawaii time, 9 p.m. LA time, 12 a.m. New York time for Third Phase of Moon Radio. The link, again, is below. Now let's get to the next anomaly that somebody just sent us via Facebook. And we're going to Mars right now. And Mars Curiosities, capturing all kinds of incredible images, but this one, I gotta say, is baffling to me. What is this thing in the sky or atmosphere above Mars? It's obviously not a scratch on the lens. It's there. It's a plain as day black and white photo. Again, the original link is below in the description. Brent, what do you think?
Yeah, Blake, it's definitely an unidentified flying object as far as I'm concerned. People would say that could have been a bird here on Earth, and they'd say, why are you showing this on Third Phase Moon? But hey guys, we're on Mars right here. No birds on Mars, obviously. Something definitely suspicious about this. Is there alien life on Mars? Are they observing Curiosity as we speak? It's a possibility. Let's hope so. We would like to get more information, people on the ground, taking a look at these Curiosity photos. Hey, please send these anomalous objects, these photos. We find them very interesting, and really appreciate the people looking out for us on these things. And definitely something strange going on Mars.
This is something that you would think NASA would blur out if it was something that's actually what we're seeing. Why didn't they blur it out? Or are they trying to finally get the truth out to us? What is the explanation? I wish NASA would kind of come clean on some of these. Also, just a couple days ago, we posted on Third Phase of Moon photographs submitted by the Truth Seeker #1, and he said we need to get this disclosure out. And let's take a look at this photo, Brent. It's the machine on the wall. We're going over it again. Again, the original link of this photograph captured by Curiosities in the description below. What we're looking at here, Brent, is, possibly just some kind of weird looking formation on the face of the wall there. But when we started to enhance it and then, put some color to it, he said it was a machine. You could kind of see, like on the top, it almost looks like a nozzle of some kind of hose or straight up some kind of machine, but I don't know what it is. Everybody watching right now, decide and leave your comments below on what you think this is and all the photographs that we've just shared right now here on Third Phase. Brent, what do you make of our enhancement here of this weird structure on the wall of the face of Mars there?
Definitely a peculiar structure we're looking at. It was nice that you put in this gray tone to give it a kind of a machine look, make it stand out. It's embossing the image. I'm still on the fence. I can't tell you if this is an actual machine on Mars, but I can tell you it's a strange formation, and it's something to take a look at, and that's what we're here doing at Third Phase of Moon. We're not claiming this is actual proof smoking gun of anything on Mars, but Truth Seeker #1 said there's actually something looking like a ray coming out of the nozzle. I'm looking at it. Hey, there's something there. It does look like something may be extruding from it.
This has been in the news. It's been making the rounds, Brent, this other anomaly captured on the surface of Mars, and what appears to be some kind of light vapor apparition in the background. We're zooming in on it. What is going on in this photo? Again, we don't know. We're sharing it. The original links below. Everybody decide what's going on here. It's not a reflection of some sort. Is it some kind of what is it, Brent? Any ideas here?
What came to mind first was maybe it could have been a reflection off a shiny rock where the sun just hit it, glinted off the stone, and that's what we may be looking at right here is a glimmer of a reflection of light coming off a rock. But again, the way it just disappears moments later, that leads to believe that it's something else than a rock.
We're still waiting for NASA to come forward and explain these anomalies. They're not saying, hey, this is what it is. They're not debunking it, discrediting it. They're just putting it out there. And while the people, the police, the UFO police keeping an eye on these images submitted by NASA, everybody's keeping a close eye on this stuff, Brent, and I appreciate them sharing it with us right here at Third Phase of Moon. You keep sharing it, Brent.
The thing about NASA, you never really get an answer from them. As we try to reach out to them many times and kind of get answers to these questions that everybody's been waiting for. But as they say, NASA stands for never straight answer. And I kind of have to agree with that because they really won't budge on coming out and disclosing any other types of theories that we here at Third Phase Moon and our fans around the world would like to share and have their opinions. But they're not going that way. They're open and shut case, and they're making their choice and not trying to disclose, unfortunately.
Yeah, we ask astronauts, live when they make their live appearance of whether or not they believe if we've been visited by alien extraterrestrial, and they believe that there's life out there. They're not denying that, but they don't think it's going to happen in their lifetime where we're going to make contact with these things. So basically, they're shutting it out in broad daylight, like, hey, look, we're never going to find aliens in our lifetime. It could be maybe thousands of years from now. I'm not buying it. Everybody here at Third Phase of Moon, stand by. Join us on the radio tonight. Again, that's 9 p.m. LA time, 12 a.m. New York time. The number and the description and the links below. Don't forget to call in and share your UFO story or alien encounter. Share it with the world, because without you, Third Phase Moon wouldn't be where we are today. The world's largest UFO channel on YouTube, approaching 100 million views worldwide, and that's just on YouTube alone. And we just approached 160,000 subscribers today. Everybody, thanks a lot. Keep your eyes on the skies, and we'll listen for your calls tonight. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time.
identified flying object.
By popular demand, we are pleased to announce the Third Phase of Moon album is finally featured on iTunes. With all your favorite songs and themes you hear on the top UFO channel on YouTube, Third Phase of Moon. Out of This World soundtracks composed by master artist Paul Barrett. With 12 remastered and extended cuts to enjoy. Download them now, exclusive on iTunes. Click the link in the description below. Now listen for yourself, heard by millions around the world, Paul Barrett's album, Third Phase of Moon.